last financial year is the Commissioner General of the Uganda Revenue Authority, Mr. John Musinguzi.
Uganda Revenue Authority URA has revealed that in the financial year 2022-2023, they recorded a net revenue target of Uganda shillings 25,209.05 billion collected, which surpasses their initial Ugandan shillings 25,151.57 billion goal. This represents a remarkable 100.23% performance with a surplus of Uganda shillings 57.48 billion. The Commissioner General of URA, John Musinguzi, appreciated cooperative taxpayers, partners like Ministry of Finance and different government authorities for working hand in hand with the agency to attain the impressive performance.
This was an impressive achievement and a growth of 16.4% compared to the revenue collected in the previous financial year. So the growth of year on year was 16.4%. This performance was attributed to a stable and resilient economy, improved administrative measures, and the dedication and sacrifice of the patriotic taxpayers.
According to the report, most taxes registered surpluses, including direct domestic taxes at Uganda shillings 724.62 billion, international tax at Uganda shillings 9,326.64 billion, import duty Uganda shillings 27,517 billion, temporary road licenses 12.66 billion, export levy with Uganda shillings 3.75 billion, and non-tax revenue including stamp tax and embossing fees generated a surplus of Uganda shillings 65.81 billion. Others that registered shortfalls include indirect domestic tax with a deficit of Uganda shillings 553.54 billion, VAT on imports at Uganda shillings 161.57 billion, petroleum duty by Uganda shillings 152.89 billion, excise duty by Uganda shillings 55.35 billion, withholding tax by Uganda shillings 23.79 billion, infrastructure levy by Uganda shillings 19.10 billion, and surcharge by Uganda shillings 14.93 billion. Musinguzi noted the initiatives that were employed to help boost taxpayers' compliance.
This was mainly achieved through data-driven registration efforts, but also the physical efforts through the tax registration expansion program, otherwise known as TRADE. There were other interventions like enforcement interventions. In the last financial year alone, customs enforcement operations countrywide led to 14,187 seizures, to the recovery of taxes totaling to 132.77 billion. The effort that led to improved performance was recoveries of arrears.
On the issue of arrears, payments that were overdue contributing to the slow revenue collection, Musinguzi explained how they handle such circumstances.
At the beginning or somewhere mid the financial year, there was an expected shortfall of 2 trillion. As we got closer to the end of the financial year, it reduced to about 500 billion. But by the close of the financial year, there was a surplus of 57 billion. The biggest was the arrears recovery. URA was deliberate in trying to sensitize our taxpayers on the benefit of paying arrears.
The Commissioner General also gave assurance that withhold of aid by the World Bank to the country is not expected to have a big threat to its sustainability. The Chief Custodian for Domestic Taxes, Sarah Chelangat, said that 6 billion was collected for the quarterly digital tax and they expect better this year.
Financial year, we rolled out the collection of VAT on electronic services from players such as the Amazon, Zoom, Communications, Google, Uber, all those online, Netflix, those online movies. And we were able to collect a total of 6 billion for that financial year. This year, we hope to have a better picture. This financial year, in the new tax amendments, we have the digital income tax, which will be a transaction tax as well, like VAT. and it will be 5% of the transaction value. So those two should be able to give us some good mileage in getting some money from these online platforms.
For this financial year 2023-2024, URA is expected to collect a net revenue of about 26 billion Ugandan shillings. Mary Prima Award for Church of Uganda Family TV, News at 8.